Check this out, Kisuke's sword name, Toshira's sword name, and then when you get to Kenpachi they drop paint on it, because at that point in time he didn't know his sword's name. But anyway, this is Soris from Grand Blue, and he has this cool Hanma stance. While in that stance he absorbs damage, and at any point he can launch an attack, and if that attack hits you, he either gets a small combo or a buff. They give Kenpachi the same thing in terms of controls, in reference to the anime, but with way better benefits, because the damage that he will deal back to you is always bigger in proportion than the damage that you dealt to him. And even if he fails, after his health drops below half, he gets a guard point on his attacks. This is a guard point. He's the first character to have something like that in this game, and also the first character to have a guard break. I wonder if landing a hit with it is actually worse than making opponent block it. And he's also the first character who gets, and here I'm not so sure, more health alongside with more damage. So let me summarize the game plan. I absorb damage to deal more damage, and if I fail, I now have guard point to challenge your attacks, and if you press nothing, I'm gonna guard break you and mix you up. What is this character archetype? Is this like tank character? That's RPG, that's not fighting games. Is this like armor character? There is no archetype like that. I will call him a resilience character, because in his description they say he has extreme resilience. That sounds cool, but not as cool as Toshiro. He has his own unique meter bar. Not sure where they're going to put it, this HUD looks stuffed. Regardless, a lot of people say that the way it works reminds them of Virgil's concentration bar, and I agree, there is something similar. What's funnier is that it makes him a double-edged snowball character. You don't land any attacks or receive damage, it's Gojoer, dude. No bar, but when you start landing attacks, the bar piles up and suddenly so back! But then opponent awakens, stops you from rolling, and it's over, dude. Unless... And that's not even the most interesting part. You see, they're distracting you from the move that is happening on the background that they don't showcase but describe on the official website. That icicle can be held down and have set play properties. I read that, saw him drop another icicle on Gin's head, and suddenly, for whatever reason, it reminded me of Captain Cold. That dude also threw icicles on your head and also had a special meter that he used to do the meanest setups in the entire game. All I'm saying that I have a dream that Toshiro has some really good setups. Gotta keep in mind that he's described as someone who has counters that can be enhanced, what the trailer hasn't shown a single counter. Gin does a new normal I haven't seen before in this trailer as well. That character overall is a mystery to me, because it seems that his normals are very short, but his specials that require meter reach very far away, and yet the game insists that you have to keep your opponent at certain range in order to deal the maximum amount of damage. How am I going to do this when my specials require meter and people can teleport? There is definitely something within the land of normal attacks that we're simply not being shown in order for him to do this, or else this entire game plan relies on, are they gonna get close, I'm gonna hit them with a counter that's gonna put them on a distance that I want. It's a really cool counter though, he does it in the anime twice, and both times it's badass. Still, seemingly a very low tier strat for somebody who is supposed to be easy to use. It sucks because I really like this character since he inspired my second favorite Blaze Blue character, Hazama. Whatever, I'm just glad they keep adding more character types. What if it isn't even Pick? What if the reason they aren't revealing Ranji is because there's something so mind-cool boggling there that they need to save the best for last? That, or maybe they can't figure out how to fit his giant ass on screen.
Maru.